Waitress rolled her eyes at a black family, then froze completely when her CEO walked in behind them. The waitress rolled her eyes so hard it almost looked painful. "Party of 4, Tasha said, holding her little girl's hand. Her son Malik stood close, shoulders tight, trying not to look annoyed. Grandma leaned on her cane, quiet but watching everything. The hostess stand light glowed on the waitress's white name tag. Lindsay. Lindsay blew out a slow sigh. "Do you have a reservation?" she asked, like the word "you" was something bitter in her mouth. "No, ma'am," Tasha said, calm. "We were driving by. Thought we'd try this place. Smells good." Lindsay's smile was thin and fake. "Yeah, so we're, like, super full right now. It's gonna be 45 minutes. She tapped the screen, not even looking at it. Malik looked over her shoulder. Empty tables, clean and waiting. "Mom," he whispered, "there's literally—" "I see them," Tasha whispered back. "Use your inside voice, baby." Grandma's eyes narrowed. 45 minutes where? She asked. "In heaven." Lindsay glanced up, then down again. "We have. Big party's coming. Real busy night." Her gaze slid over their simple clothes, the frayed strap on Malik's backpack, Grandma's old shoes. "You can wait. Or there's fast food down the street." Tasha's jaw clenched. She had felt this before. In banks, in stores, at school meetings. That little look that said, "You don't belong here." "My daughter picked this place for her birthday," Tasha said softly. "We'll wait." Nia, little and bright in her pink dress, lifted her hand shyly. "I'm turning 8, she told Lindsay, smile wide. Lindsay didn't smile back. "Name?" she asked. "Tasha Carter." Lindsay typed without care, rolled her eyes again, then called over another hostess. "Put them in the system. If we can fit them." The other hostess looked uncomfortable. We do have that booth by the window. For paying customers." Lindsay snapped under her breath, but loud enough. "Not people who are gonna sit here forever and tip $2." Malik's head jerked up. "What did you say?" "Malik," Tasha warned. He swallowed it down, but his hands shook. Right then, the glass door opened behind them with a soft whoosh. Cold air slid in. "Good evening," a deep voice said. Lindsay didn't even turn around. "We're full," she called. "Long wait," the voice answered, calm and firm. "Is that right, Ms. Lindsay Harper?" She froze. Only one person at the whole company ever said her full name like that. Her CEO was standing right behind the black family, and he had heard everything. Lindsay's fingers slipped off the tablet. Slowly, she turned. There he was, tall, dark skin, sharp navy suit that caught the light. No tie, just an open collar like he walked out of some fancy commercial. People at the bar turned and whispered. Jordan Ellis, owner of the whole restaurant chain. The man whose face was on every training video. The man corporate said might visit one day, but don't expect it. He was here. In her lobby, behind them. "Mr. Ellis," she gasped. Her fake smile snapped back on, to bright. "Wow, we weren't told." "Good," he said. "I like surprises." His eyes moved past her, to Tasha, to Malik, to little Nia, to Grandma's cane. He nodded at them like they were the only ones in the room. "Good evening, ma'am," he said to Tasha. "Happy birthday, young lady." He added to Nia. Nia blinked. "Thank you," she whispered, starstruck by the shiny watch on his wrist. Lindsay rushed into her sweet voice. "Of course, Mr. Ellis, we'll have you seated right away. We actually have a perfect table by the window. Best in the house." "Let me just—" Jordan held up a hand. It was small, but the whole lobby went quiet. "I don't mind waiting," he said. "I hear it's about 45 minutes. Color drained from Lindsay's face. We can squeeze you in, sir," she stammered. "For you, it's different." Jordan's eyebrow lifted. "Different how?" Lindsay's throat worked. "I mean, you're our VIP. Our, special guest." His gaze sharpened. "And this family is not." Nobody spoke. The other hostess shifted. A couple that had just walked in slowly backed up toward the wall, not wanting to miss a thing. Tasha tried to step in, voice gentle. "Sir, it's okay. We don't want trouble. We can take the wait. Jordan looked at her, really looked, like he was reading her face. The hurt behind the calm. The way Malik's jaw was set like stone. This your birthday night, young lady? He asked Nia again. Yes, sir, she said. We just wanted somewhere nice, with real plates. His face tightened, like that line pressed a bruise. Jordan turned back to Lindsay. Sit this family now, he said. Best table in the house. But, sir, we have a now. His voice was still soft, but it cut as Lindsay grabbed menus with shaking hands. Nobody noticed he was also pulling out his phone and opening the company group chat for regional managers. He started typing, and he was just getting started. Lindsay walked them through the restaurant like she was being marched to court. She did not take them to the window. She swept past it, fast, pretending not to see the perfect empty booth, and led them to a table next to the swinging kitchen doors. Every time a server pushed through, cold air and noise hit. Here, she said to Bright. Isn't this cozy? Malik looked over at the window booth, then back. You serious? Malik, Tasha warned again, but softer now. Even she was tired of swallowing things. Jordan walked behind them, hands in his pockets, watching. He didn't say a word. Grandma eased into her chair, wincing. The seat rocked. One leg was short. Nia's eyes followed a plate of burgers going to a white family that had just walked in. They sat at the window booth. Didn't they just get here? Malik muttered. Language, Tasha snapped, but her voice cracked. Lindsay dropped for greasy menus on the table. You might want to check the prices first, she said, just so you're not surprised. Jordan's head tilted at that. Tasha's face burned. We can read, she said quietly. Of course you can, Lindsay said fast. I just mean, never mind. I'll give you time. She turned to leave. Excuse me, Grandma said. I'm a little cold here by this door. Could we move to that open booth over there? Lindsay didn't even look. They're reserved. For who? Malik asked. Ghosts. Malik. He bit his lip. Fists clenched around the menu. Jordan spoke up, voice smooth. I don't see a reserve sign. Lindsay's smile went tight. We use the tablet now. Sir, we don't need signs. He stared at her for a long beat. Then he nodded once, as if he was filing her words away in some careful box. Very well, he said. I'll sit nearby. He took the small two-top table right behind them, close enough to hear everything. A busser tried to tell him it was for staff. Jordan just sat down and gave him a look. The busser backed away. Time dragged. 10 minutes. 15. Other tables got water, bread, smiles. Lindsay never came back. Malik watched a white couple, who arrived after them, laugh as Lindsay refilled their drinks and bent close to their baby, cooing. She moved that high chair so fast for them, he hissed. But Nia gotta swing her legs over here in the cold. Nia hugged herself. It's okay, she whispered. I'm not cold, but she was. Jordan shut his phone and stood. Miss Harper, he called, voice carrying over the clink of plates. Lindsay turned, still laughing with the couple. The laugh died when she saw his face. Yes, Mr. Ellis, she asked, trying to sound sweet. He didn't smile. Come here, please, he said. Right now. Every fork in the place seemed to stop halfway to every mouth. Lindsay walked over like her feet weighed 10 pounds each. She pasted on that smile again. Is everything okay with your table? Sir, can I get you? Jordan didn't let her finish. Lindsay, he said in that training video voice. Calm, steady, dangerous. Is this how you treat all your black guests? The word hung in the air, heavy and sharp. The manager peeked from the bar and froze. Servers paused with trays in their hands. Talking at other tables dropped to a low buzz. I don't treat, Lindsay stuttered. I treat everyone the same. Sir, do you? He asked. Because I watched you. His eyes stayed on her, but his hand opened, palm up, toward Tasha's table. I watched you roll your eyes when they walked in. I heard you tell them there was a 45-minute wait while you had empty tables. I watched those same tables fill with people who look like me and people who don't, but not them. Lindsay's face flushed red. That's not what They didn't have a reservation, sir, and we have rules, and I was just trying to. And people like them don't tip. Right. Jordan's tone didn't change. Is that what you said? Her mouth opened and closed. I didn't mean. You said it. Malik cut in, voice shaking. You said exactly that. Sir, they're twisting my words, Lindsay said quickly. They're making it a race thing. I'm not racist. Okay. I have black friends. Jordan raised his hand again. She went quiet. He turned to Tasha. Ma'am, he said softly, his whole face softening when he spoke to her. Would you tell me, in your own words, what happened when you walked in? Tasha swallowed. Eyes were on her. White eyes, black eyes, brown eyes. She hated this. Hated being the problem. Hated feeling like she had to prove what they all saw. I just wanted to eat somewhere nice for my baby's birthday, she said. Her voice shook. We walked in, and she looked at us like we were trash. Like we were about to steal the silverware. She tried to send us away. Lead about the wait. Stuck us by the kitchen. And every time a white family came in, they got smiles and good tables and water right away. Nya tugged on her sleeve. She never asked if I wanted a kid's menu. She whispered, almost hurt more by that than anything. Jordan nodded slowly. Thank you, he said. He turned back to Lindsay. His face was stone again. I came here tonight, he said, to see how this store was doing, to maybe promote someone, to maybe trust someone with more power, and I saw this. Lindsay's breath hitched. Sir, please, he cut her off. Don't sir me. His voice dropped lower. Tasha, your family was disrespected in a building that carries my name. You were made to feel small on your child's birthday. That will not stand. He looked right into Lindsay's eyes. What do you think I should do about that? The question hung there, strange and heavy. Tasha blinked. Sir, I don't know, she said. That's your job. Jordan shook his head. No, ma'am, tonight. I'm listening. You were the one hurt. You tell me what justice looks like. Lindsay's eyes went wide. Please, she whispered to Tasha. Please don't. I need this job. You needed it an hour ago, too, Grandma said, voice dry as old paper. Didn't stop you from acting brand new. Some of the diners snickered. Others looked down at their plates. Guilty. Malik leaned forward, anger burning like fire. Fire her, he said. That's what you should do? She didn't just mess up a drink order. She saw us and decided we weren't worth real service. People like that don't need to be serving folks anything. Lindsay's chin trembled. I was having a bad day, she blurted. My car broke down, my rent is due, and these people come in with attitudes and, these people, Jordan repeated, quiet but sharp. She swallowed. I didn't mean it like that. Yes you did, Malik said. You meant it exactly like that. Tasha put a hand on his arm. He pulled back, tears just under his anger. Grandma spoke up. Son, she said to Jordan, I seen this all my life. The looks, the long wait, the bad tables. We used to have to eat in the back, if we could eat at all. Some folks only change when they lose something that hurts. So, you'd fire her? Jordan asked. Grandma looked at Lindsay, really looked, saw the fear, the shaking, the way her mask had slipped, and underneath it was just a scared, small person. I'd teach her, Grandma said slowly. But I'd teach her in a way she don't never forget. The whole room held its breath. Tasha nodded. I don't want her to do this to the next family, she said. Or my son when he's with his friends. Or my daughter when she's grown. If losing this job is the only way she learns, then, she closed her eyes for a second. Then that's on her. Lindsay let out a small cry. But, Tasha added, opening her eyes, if there's another way. One that makes her see us different. I'd rather that. 'Cause firing one girl doesn't fix a whole broken system. Jordan watched her with something like respect. He nodded slowly. Thank you, he said. Then too, Lindsay, you were right. You do need this job. So here's what's going to happen. He straightened. You are suspended for 2 weeks without pay. Your promotion, Gone. When you come back, you will work every Friday night. You will attend bias training, and you will start each shift bussing tables and serving in their neighborhood. At our community store, Lindsay's mouth fell open. The one on the east side, the one on the east side, Jordan said. Where the people you look down on live. Tears rolled down Lindsay's face. That's your second chance, he said. Don't ask me for a third. Lindsay choked on a sob. And that, Jordan added, is only the beginning. The manager finally stepped all the way out, red-faced and sweating. Mr. Ellis, sir, if we had known you were coming. That's the point, Jordan said. You weren't supposed to know. This is how people act when they think no one with power is watching. He turned back to Tasha's family. We're done talking about her for now. Tonight is Nia's birthday. Let's fix that part first. He waved to the stunned hostess. Move them to the window. You clear that booth now. The white couple at the booth looked up, startled. The man half rose. We already ordered. Jordan gave a cool nod. And we'll comp your meal and move you to that round table. You'll be fine. They slid out without arguing. Tasha's family moved like they were walking into a different world. The window booth was warm, away from the kitchen door, under soft hanging lights. Nia slid in and pressed her hands to the glass, looking out at the parking lot like it was a city of stars. Their new server, a nervous young guy, rushed over. Drinks, bread, anything. Everything's on the house. I'm so sorry. Jordan put a hand on his shoulder. Slow down, he said. Just treat them like they matter. That's all. Yes, sir, the server said, eyes bright. Yes, sir. Jordan turned back to Tasha. May I sit? He asked. She nodded, still a little dazed. Of course. He slid into the spot beside Grandma. You didn't have to do all that, Tasha said softly. Most people just pretend they don't see. Jordan smiled sadly. I saw for a long time, he said. Long before my name was on any of these doors. He looked at her more closely. You don't remember me, do you? He asked. She frowned. I'm sorry. Have we met? He chuckled. Not like this. I didn't have a suit back then, or a watch that cost more than my old car. Grandma squinted. He looked familiar. She murmured. Jordan took a breath. You taught at Lincoln Middle School, right? He asked Tasha. Her eyes widened. I did, for 12 years. Then the district cut our program. You were Miss Carter back then, he said. You had a third period class, small boy, sat in the back, always hungry, always tired. Mama worked nights. Daddy was gone. You used to keep granola bars in your desk and slide them to him when you thought no one was looking. Tasha's hand flew to her mouth. You're Jordan, she whispered. Little Jordan from Row 3. His smile turned gentle. Not so little anymore. Tasha's eyes filled. Baby, you saved me, he said simply. You were the first person who looked me in the face and said, you are not what this world calls you. You are more. He glanced toward Lindsay, still shaking by the bar. Tonight, he added, voice low, I saw someone treat you like you were less. And I remembered every time I looked like Moloch looks right now. Moloch swallowed hard. Eyes locked on him. Jordan leaned in. And I decided this place was going to learn who you really are. Lindsay stood by the bar, mascara streaking down her cheeks. Listening, she heard Jordan tell the story of the skinny boy with holes in his sneakers who stayed late in Miss Carter's class just so he didn't have to go home to an empty fridge. She heard him say, when my first store opened, I sent you an invitation. It came back address no longer valid. I didn't know where you went. I've been looking for you on and off for years. Tasha blinked back tears. All I wanted was for you to make it, she said. Didn't matter if you remembered me. Well, I did, Jordan said. Every exam I studied for. Every job I took. Every loan I begged for. Your voice was in my head. Keep going. Baby. You belong in every room you walk into. Moloch stared at his mom like she was a stranger. You never told us any of that, he whispered. She shrugged, wiping her eyes. Didn't seem important. Jordan laughed once. It's the most important thing, he said. Then his face grew serious again. He looked over his shoulder. Lindsay, come here. She came, slow and small, eyes on the floor. The whole restaurant hummed with tension. I'm sorry, she started, voice cracking. Miss Carter, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have her. Jordan cut in softly. Tell them what you did, not what you shouldn't have. She swallowed hard. I saw you come in, she said to Tasha, voice trembling. And I decided you weren't worth my time. I thought you wouldn't tip. I thought you'd be rude. I thought a lot of ugly things, and I treated you like you were less. On purpose. Malik's jaw clenched. Nia hugged Tasha's arm. Grandma just watched. As sharp. Lindsay wiped her nose. I told myself it was just how things are, how I gotta protect myself, but that's a lie. It was me. I did it. And I hurt your kids on a day that was supposed to be special. I can't take that back. But I'm sorry. Nia stared up at her, tiny voice breaking through the heavy air. You didn't see us, she said. The words hit harder than any speech. Lindsay's shoulders shook. I saw you, she whispered. I just didn't want to. Jordan's voice was firm. That's the sickness we're fixing. He turned to Malik. Young man, you asked me to fire her. You had every right to. But your mama and your grandma asked me to try something different. To make this a lesson, not just a punishment. Malik's eyes burned. He looked at Lindsay, then at Nia, then at his mom. He took a long, shaking breath. Then make her serve us right, he said quietly. Make her treat us like we matter. So she never forgets what that looks like. Jordan nodded. He faced Lindsay. You heard him. You will serve this family tonight with more respect than you've ever shown anyone. You will listen, you will look them in the eye. And you will remember this every time someone who looks like them walks through any door you stand behind. Lindsay nodded, tears dripping off her chin. Malik leaned back, still angry, but something in him loosening. Mom, he murmured, maybe we should let her try. And now everyone was watching to see if she would. The rest of the night felt like a movie. Lindsay brought water first. No rush, no sighs. Would you like lemon? She asked Nia, voice soft. Or no lemon? Nia blinked. Lemon, please. Coming right up. She returned with warm bread, not cold, butter soft enough to spread. She knelt a little so she was at Grandma's eye level. Is this table okay for your back? Ma'am, do you need a cushion? Grandma studied her, then gave a short nod. This'll do. Lindsay took their orders, writing everything down like it mattered. Medium well, no onions, extra pickles, birthday sundae at the end. She repeated back. She didn't question their choices, didn't warn them about prices. She just served. Slowly, the tightness in Malik's shoulders eased. He cracked a joke about Jordan's fancy watch. Jordan fired back about Malik's beat-up sneakers. They all laughed. At one point, Lindsay almost reached for the white couple's table first out of habit. She stopped herself mid-step, turned, and went to Tasha's table instead. Little things, but big. Diners went back to eating, but the room felt different now, softer, sharper, like everybody was seeing more than food. When the cake came, the whole staff gathered around Tasha's booth. Not just Lindsay, cooks in aprons, the dishwasher, still in rubber gloves, the manager, red-faced but trying. They sang happy birthday loud and off-key. Jordan's deep voice rumbled over all of them. Nia blew out the candle, cheeks puffed, eyes shining. What did you wish for? Malik asked. She smiled. Can't tell, she said, but it's about people being nice. Jordan chuckled. Good wish. When the check came, there was only a blank slip. Company covers this one, Jordan said, and the next time you walk into any of my restaurants, you will be treated like you own the place. Because women like you, Miss Carter, you built me. That means you built this. He reached into his pocket and slid a card to Malik. We got a summer internship program, he said, for smart kids who talk back when they see wrong. Think you might fit. Malik's eyes widened. For real. For real? Jordan said to Tasha. He added, we're starting a community advisory board. I want you on it. Paid. Help us make sure no one sits by the kitchen door in the cold again because of how they look. Tasha's throat worked. I don't know what to say. Say yes later, he replied. Just keep being who you already are. As they stood to leave, Lindsay stepped forward one last time. Thank you, she whispered, for not ending me when you could have. Tasha looked at her. Don't thank me, she said. Show me. Show the next family, and the next. That's how you say sorry. Lindsay nodded, holding that like a promise. Months later, on another busy night, a different black family walked in the same door, tired, hungry, hopeful. Lindsay, in a plain black server shirt with no manager pin, smiled wide before they even spoke. Welcome in, she said. Party of how many? We've got a great table by the window, just for you. No eye roll, no long fake wait, just open hands. From the back office, Jordan watched on the security screen and smiled. People like to say, it's just dinner. But the table, he knew, was where you learn who you think deserves to be seen. And in a world that still loves its quiet little injustices, one night in one loud restaurant had turned into something bigger, a reminder that the folks you look down on might be the ones who built the roof over your head and hold the door to your future. That was the real tip everyone took home.